Alright people, this is no way a review or in-depth tutorial or anything like that. This is just a foxer giving his, a wee bit of a shooter, giving his opinion on the GRS Bifrost. Now, I went for the Bifrost over the Berserk because it's a lighter stock. It's apparently a stronger stock, and I currently have this Tika 22250 in it. I get rid of the Sacco 75 and I purchased this. Just I wanted something a wee bit lighter because the Sacco was a very heavy rifle. It weighed about £18, all in with the same setup, the same scope, bipod, and what have you. Obviously, it had a T8 mod on the end, which was quite heavy. So just a quick couple of things I want to go over. This is no way a professional video or anything like that. So anybody looking to buy one of these, they are a very nice stock. The grip is, the grip is fantastic on it. These plastic inlays or stick-ons are really good. It's comfortable. The fact that you can adjust it to suit, your shooting precision is ideal. That's what I was looking. The only thing I could have really got for the Sacco was either a Macmillan or a Staffordshire synthetic stock or a stock from Form. But again, it would have to be a laminate, which again is more weight. So I wanted a lightweight Foxing setup. Now, granted, I've changed out the polymer stock, what I got with the Tika T3 Lite, and I've put this on. I've only added about £2.5 to rifle, and this currently sits at 12. So it is a lot lighter. I've knocked £6 off the overall weight. Don't get me wrong, the Sacco, in my opinion, is it is a better rifle. I know they both come from the same factory, and people say, "Oh, it's just a different sticker. It's just branded different." It's not. They do. I know they do still have the same barrels, but there a couple of things. Likes of the mag. Take a mag is piss pure, to be honest, compared to the Sacco. You get a plastic trigger guard. Again, I'm gonna swap those out, but that's another £100 I think it's £100 just for the bottom metal, and then whatever the AI mags are. A wee thing I want to touch on. This is obviously a plastic stock. Everything on it is plastic, or I think it's like 60% carbon or whatever. I don't know. So, the only thing which is actually metal on it is the hardware screws, and obviously the cuties things. What I did notice was the Picatinny rails with the sand, if you can hear that. They're plastic too. Now there isn't, I don't know, that sounds a wee bit, the stock itself, it's pretty dense, it's not like the Tika stock that I got, which is quite hollow. I see a few boys film with foam and stuff, but so onto this, because I was waffling a wee bit. These adjustments here, obviously these buttons run through both sides, so you can push it right through. It doesn't matter what side you can adjust. You can adjust it from both sides. But what I have noticed is they are quite stiff. Whether that's because it's new or not, but when you go to lock it in, the position, you sort of have to make sure these wee ridges, these wee teeth are like perfectly in line for it to go in smoothly. Now I'm putting a lot of pressure on that, and I can't get that to budge in. Whereas the ones on the laminate stocks and the Berserk are like a push. They have a spring in behind them. You can only push them from one side, and they were quite smooth. Where this seems to be quite. Now, if I push that right down, you hear a wee bit of a clicker. This will probably, dead easy. So I believe it's just getting them to sit in the right spot. And obviously, when you're out in the field, it is a two-hand job for even the other one, I believe. And I've got a phone in my hand, but it is. I would like to see that a wee bit smoother. I know it's not an expensive stock compared to the likes of the Macmillans and stuff, which are double the price. This is only 460 quid. But it is quite, as I say, I push it right down, it goes in, So a wee bit of play about with it, and it does loosen up. This one has a you can tilt the shoulder pad there, or the butt pad, to a couple of degrees each side. I don't think you can do that with the Berserk or the laminates, because I was having a wee play a bit with those two in the shop, which was quite handy, because I've been looking at these for quite some time. I've always been a fan of the GRS stock, but I just didn't get the chance to get my hands on one. I wasn't going to purchase something I couldn't feel or, you know, have a good look at first. So I wanted to make sure, and I walked up to a local shop called Tanioki. They had a great range, and I was actually going up to get the Tika, and I seen it and I was like, Jesus, that's nice, you know. It showed it well, and here's me, I'm going to have to get myself one of those. So I did. Granted, it took me a couple of weeks to get the money up, but I got the money up and I purchased one. I get rid of the T8, and I'm now using an ATAC moderator or silencer, depending where you're from. And there is an extra baffle in this, so there is. I'll just pause this wee second. So this is the ATAC, and as you see, I have an extra baffle. I think they only come with 4, and I've got 5. So they can strip them, you can clean them. Probably not the best out there, but for the budget I had, that was the best I could get with the budget I had. But it's doing a job. You know, obviously the 22-250 is quite a loud caliber, and it's doing what I needed to do. Now, granted, a reflex, especially with a knife this barrel, a reflex mod probably would have been better, but compared to a T8, for weight anyway, it's a lot lighter. The T8, you could put the fence posts in with it. It was like a sledgehammer. But again, that's it. This is my Foxton setup, and I'll give it a quick. I'll fling it around, let you see the other side, see what you think of it too. So obviously, this is the other side of the rifle. Oh, there's nothing in it. Just put that in. You know, the triggers in these things are pretty much identical to the Sacco. The same adjustment and stuff on them. The only thing I do miss is the Sacco had a wee lever here where when you put the gun on safe, you could press the lever in and take out your loaded round, you know, while the gun was still on safe, where you can't do this with the Sacco. So that would have been a cute wee feature. I missed that feature. Let's say 4K scope, done the update on it. It has now got a MOA reticle, which is actually pretty good, really nice, clean, fine reticle, but still good enough where you can see it at night. And I'm liking that, especially for when you're zeroing in. You don't have a big, thick, digital crosshair. You've got a nice. It's just like looking through a normal scope. As I say, the buttons go right through. I'm struggling again to push this one in, and if you push it too hard, hear it? The spring tension in it there. If you push it too hard, I'll hold that like that. I guess I ain't going in for me. Oh, as you see, here's a bit of slapping that, to be honest. Again, probably tolerances because it's plastic, and it is again too hard to push in with one hand. So it's just a couple of wee things that I want to point out. You know, you're paying this type of money, you would think these would be a wee bit smoother, but hopefully within time it works itself. Don't get me wrong, I would still go out and bat tomorrow. To be quite fair, it's again, just look, that one went in perfect. When it's right down, it's perfect. Pull it up a wee bit, and again, you see the pressure I'm trying to put on that. But with two hands, and you sort of move this up and just now. When I say move it, you're only moving up maybe a millimeter or so. Where it, look, see, perfect, and like perfect, goes through both sides, perfect. So it is just a wee bit. Hopefully it could. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This here is a great touch too. This just gives you a wee bit extra gripper when you're shouldering the rifle. If you're shooting prone, you like to get your hand in there. A wee bit of texture, and these grips are great, as you can see. I'll flip it up. It sort of sits offset to the action. So you follow the line down and there's your grip. And oh. Now there is one you can get, and it has a enclosed like chassis style forend. I don't know if this is, you know, if you can maybe buy those aftermarket, and you know, seem to attach these screws, seem to be doing something, you know. I don't know if this seems to be a seam there or not. I don't know, maybe you can't. But that would be good if you could maybe, you know, a bit of modularity to it, as the Americans would say. Again, trigger's sweet. And sorry for ramping on. I just wanted to point out a few things. Oh, and another thing, this, if anybody thinks, because I get hit with this all the time, it says my rail's on back to front. It's not. It's actually, this is actually a rearward, a rear extended rail, just so I'd get that better out really fair. There is a detent hole up here in these actions where that sits into it, so in theory I can't put it the other way around. So, but it's doing a job, it's holding up well, and these are just I think they're about 40 quid or something, UTG quick release mounts, even though they'll probably never come off it. And this here is obviously for my Sniper Hog illuminated reticle, or illuminated torch, so I could shoot at night. So that's it, boys. Just thought I'd give you my thought on that. So maybe it's just mine, because I think this was on show, it was on display. So maybe a couple of boys up haven't got it pressing about too much, you know. Maybe done a bit of hassle to it, but again, there you go, you can't get it in. So that would be my only gripe, is these here could have been a wee bit nicer. But apart from that, boys, that's me over and out. And happy shooting, stay safe, cheerio.